If you're starting your career as an older UGC creator, you're probably struggling with editing. It's intimidating to open up an editing program and not know what to do. When you get into it, you realize it can take as much as 90 minutes to edit a 30-second video. The videos may be short, but the time editing them is not. Editing is a key part of your life as an older UGC creator. If you master editing, then it can lead to more brand deals, which leads you to the life that you want to create. You need to master editing so you can spend more time not editing. It's crazy how that works. However, there are many ways to make the editing process faster. By the end of this video, you'll know how to save hours editing UGC videos with these 5 tips. Now, while many of these tips can be used with any editing software, I'll be demonstrating them on CapCut and Wondershare Filmora. By the way, if you're new to editing, I have a downloadable cheat sheet which offers 10 additional ways to speed up your editing process. The link to that is in the description below. The first tip to make editing go smoother has nothing to do with editing. Editing is part of the process of making a UGC video. You can't think about it as one separate component. Everything that comes before it affects your editing. If you think of a UGC video as a random assortment of B-roll shots that are just put over B-roll or talking head, then you are in for a editing nightmare. If all you have is an assortment of random clips, then you're gonna spend so much time trying to figure out where those pieces fit. So tip number 1 is plan your shots in the writing process. A solid, well thought out script sets the tone for the entire project. In your script, start with a voiceover or talking head part. Then brainstorm B-roll shots that match what you're saying. If you're talking about how the product gives you more energy, then brainstorm visuals that show you having more energy, like exercising or walking your dog. Do that for everything you talk about. Yes, this means you need to write out all those random shots of you holding the product and it looking all aesthetic. When your script is done, number each B-roll shot. This way, when you're filming, you know exactly what you're getting. There is no more guesswork involved. And then when you import all those B-roll shots, assign each of them the scene number you gave them in the script. Taking the time to write your shots in your script not only saves time filming, but it speeds up your entire editing process. Say it with me like Lightning McQueen. I am speed. But now that you've filmed everything, it is not time to jump into editing just yet. The client may need you to add a logo, a screen cap, or a piece of music that they found. And you still need to record a voiceover. Suddenly you've got tons of assets and they're spread out all over the place. And if you were to start editing like this, you'd be jumping around from folder to folder, gathering assets, and eating up precious editing time. So here's tip 2. Create an organized filing system. Have a folder with a bunch of folders. And the folders say B-roll, talking head, voiceover, client assets, or screen caps. Whenever you start a project, duplicate this folder system. Then as you gather the assets, put them in the appropriate folder. So when you open your project in either Filmora or CapCut, you'll have a perfectly labeled and organized filing system. Goodbye looking for stuff, and hello to smooth sailing on the sea of editing. You've got your assets in place, but honestly, editing can be a pain in the assets. If you're anything like me, then you film your talking head videos in one long take, which means you probably don't get it right on the first try, or the second, or the third. What that means is when you go into editing, your timeline looks like this. It's one long take that's gonna take tons of time to cut out all those mistakes and bad takes. It's long, tedious, and uncreative work that my editor loves to do. So tip 3 is to use AI to eliminate non-creative editing. Both CapCut and Filmora have tools that will save you so much time. So here we are in CapCut, and I have this long thing of me talking with a lot of screw-ups. And right now it's 4 minutes and 42 seconds. So what we do, right-click on Transcript, and it is going to transcribe the entire video. So when that's done, you go up here, remove filler words. Finds 38 different pauses and such, so then just click remove and watch the timeline here. Wow, I just, look, it slices it right down. It was like 4 minutes 42, just under 3. Now, you need to watch it because it can't figure out like where your good takes are. All right, this is Money Match Concept 1. These first 2. So there's still work to do, you know, going through. It doesn't know when you're rehearsing and when you're talking to video, but we've saved so much time, and that's what I really enjoy about using this tool here in CapCut. All right, so here we are in Wondershare. Now we get that same clip that was about 440 or something. So you're gonna right click over here to Smart Edit tool, and then click on Silence Detection. I don't worry about these little things here, so we're just gonna click Analyze.
And then yeah, it goes through and deletes all those sounds like that, finish and replace. I mean, the same thing you still need to go to and figure out your best takes when you're not talking to the camera, but it's just a massive time saver.
Now you're cranking out edits, and in no time we'll be landing big brand deals. But with more brand deals, the more editing you have to do. Many times brands will want you to record multiple hooks or CTAs, call to actions. This means you'll need to make multiple videos. So you'll have one video that features one hook and one CTA. But what about those second and third call to actions and hooks? Do you need to edit the same video over and over again? You may think the solution is to edit the video on the timeline, export it, then go back into that same project and switch out the hook and the CTA. You can do that, but if the client has feedback and requires you to re-edit the hook and the CTA, then you need to redo all of that process again. Editing like that is a complete pain in the assets. So this is tip number 4, create duplicate projects.
So here we are back in CapCut, and I have this happy coffee project I did for a course. Now pretend that this has an extra hook, so just work with me here. So we have, let's say, happy coffee version 1. So we have that. Now we just click over here, and now here's that version 1. Just right click, duplicate. And so if we open up the copy, see, it's the same, it's the exact same project, everything where it is, and we can just, simply add in, say that was the hook. Just tighten it up, delete that. Yeah, and this saves you so much time, duplicating your project and just switching out those necessary things. Okay, duplicating a project inside Wondershare, very familiar, duplicate.
Now that you've finished your masterpiece, it's time to add captions. Now, adding them in is pretty easy. The problem is what many UGC creators call caption overwhelm.
Okay, here we are in Wondershare Filmora, and we have our video here. It's a coffee video, and you just see that we've got the, scroll down on captions. It just keeps going. I think there were about 68 different captions here. But that's nothing compared to what's inside CapCut. Are you ready? I don't think you are. So let's go over here and let's just start scrolling the captions. Oh, look at that. We'll keep going. No, we're not. It could take you a day or more to go through and try each one of these. So how do you end this whole caption overwhelm thing? Well, that's tip number 5, is limit your captions. What you do is you set aside some time and go through these captions and find the 3 that you like the best and only use those. Just, unfortunately, you can't organize this, which is really difficult, but just remembering which 3 that you like and just using those saves you so much time. For me, the ones I like this one here.
Money here.
There's this one I like using.
Stop spending your money here.
Other one is a bumpy one, like this.
Stop spending your money here.
Those 3. I just stick with those, and it eliminates so much stress. The 3 I've really come to enjoy using are this one, the red one here, and this one.
Making things simpler will make your UGC editing faster. But another thing you can do to speed things up even more is be better on camera. So watch this video to learn how to increase your on-camera confidence.